Okay, this is Gabe Ets-Hokin with Motorcycle Daily and CityBike Magazine, and I ride motorcycles so you don't have to. And I'm also here with Al and Lapp.
I design magazines so you don't have to.
And we are here with a pair of electric motorcycles. One is a 2012 Zero S with the ZF6 battery, and this is a 2009 Brammo Enertia, and it's essentially the same as the 2011 or 2012 Brammo Energias with a few minor production differences. So basically, these two bikes they look the same, they weigh about the same, but they actually have surprisingly different characters. So right now, Al, what I gotta say is that the Zero S seems to be, and we're not comparing these bikes because there's 3 years of development work separating these two motorcycles. It's not fair to compare them because 3 years for electric motorcycles is like 20 years for internal combustion.
It's like dog years.
Yeah, it's like 21 years. But of these two bikes, the Zero is the sportier one.
I agree.
Yeah.
And riding position and suspension compliance and braking, just pretty much everything that the Zero is a little step above the Brammo.
Now let's talk about some of these sporty differences. Like the Brammo or the Zero has adjustable front suspension, and the Brammo, although it has this cool looking Elka shock back there that looks fully adjustable, it doesn't have adjustable front suspension, although it does have the inverted fork.
And it is, I believe, a Marzocchi fork.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I felt it was oversprung.
It is a little stiff.
Yeah, it was a little stiff. Now that big black box there is actually a shield covering the battery and other electronics on the Zero.
And I love the reminder, high voltage.
It is high voltage. Well, I don't even know the voltage. There's a lot of technical stuff that I just can't remember about these things.
And a very cool feature, I really dig this. This is a storage for the charging plug. This has an onboard charger.
Yeah.
So that's
I don't know if that was designed as plug storage, because those features appeared on the very first Zeros, but it is handy for that.
Yeah. The Brammo, you can bring a charging cord with you, but it lives under the seat. You have to plug it in.
Yeah, we do. So both these bikes, we could charge them up if we in case we can't get home. Now let's talk about range. So the Brammo is an older battery, and this will go about 40 miles. Is what they're rated.
And it's used.
Although
this isn't a factory fresh model.
Well, there's 400 miles on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But we don't know. But we're not comparing the two motorcycles. Now there's a Brammo Plus that's coming out this year. It'll have double the range. So it'll have range comparable to the Zero 6 and I think a better price. So
price is always nice.
So what about speed? What kind of top speeds were we hitting?
Well, we were granted entirely within the city limits of San Francisco, so I think the city speed limit is 25, so I think we were probably not, if you're a police officer and you're watching this, we never ever exceeded 25.
Well, there's areas with posted at 40 miles an hour or more, and we were told by another Zero rider that the S is capable of 80 plus miles an hour top speed.
Yeah.
The Brammo, I think, will go about 65.
Yeah.
And it felt like it would get there.
It felt like it. It felt, just judging by the level of acceleration at all speeds, it certainly felt like it had quite a bit more left in it. I think frankly that as fast as we got was probably 50 or 55.
Yeah.
We certainly didn't push it hard.
But what's crazy is the sensation of just that quiet and that
seamless.
And there's no vibration, just like you're coasting. There's no feeling of a motor at all.
Yeah. That like just buttery smooth acceleration.
So
yes, I love Harleys too.
What else? Would you want an electric motorcycle in your garage, Al?
Honestly, it would have to be a second motorcycle, because I
a second motorcycle? That's impossible to own more than one motorcycle. Who does that?
Yeah, only crazy people, or unmarried people. I need a bike that is going to fulfill my hooligan needs. And these bikes, both of them, even though they are they have their own charms. They have appeal. They are not. They're not squiddly. You know, I mean, you can't do wheelies on them because the throttle control prevents that. You can't do burnouts. You can't do anything you can do with brakes. You can do on one of these. You know, it's like you were doing little toy brakies on the way.
Yeah.
And of course it'll
don't tell Don.
skid the rear wheel. Well, no, of course you were on the zero when you did that,
Or
right?
don't tell Nick.
Oh well, you're on the Brammo when you did that.
Wait,
right?
is this going on YouTube? All right. Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree. It wouldn't be a first bike, but you know what? So Richard broke it down in his sidebar that he's writing for my story. That Zero, he went to visit his daughter. It was a 45-mile round trip up in Marin. 10 miles of it's on the freeway, and he made it there and back no problem on one charge. And it cost him $1.12. It would have cost him, you know. Or no, it cost him less than that.
$4 or $5 in gas. Or something.
Yeah, and you know, and that adds up, you know. So here's the bike, and the battery is rated for 250,000 miles, and you know, maybe it only does half that, but who rides a motorcycle that much, you know? John Ryan.
Yeah. Well, yeah, John Ryan is never going to do iron butt rides on an electric motor.
No, you're not. It's not for an iron butt ride, but commuting. If you need to commute 20 miles each way, and you don't want to spend $100 a week on gas, I mean, you're going to have a great time on an electric bike.
Yeah, you know, I mean, these are fun bikes to ride, but they're a different kind of fun. You know, this is what I said when I got my first supermoto bike after getting off of a big sport bike. You know, it's like it's fun. It's just not the same fun.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so there you go. That's the 2012 Zero and the Brammo Inertia.